Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Please do hit subscribe and follow along on other social media outlets. All of that is below in the description. Okay, so for today we're doing the astrology for the last month of 2019 and let's hope it's a great one. After all the shit that's been happening this year, it's feeling good this month. Okay, so this is literally just one card for each star sign. I am looking over here because I have the star signs all written out because I get myself muddled sometimes. Okay, so for first Sagittarius, and we have victory. Okay, so it's the Ace of Swords. For some of you, I do feel like you're going to cut through a lot of the BS this month and kind of strive to make it the best month for a kind of kicking or bouncing off for 2020 and leaving behind some of the crap that you have gone through this year for 2019. For others, I kind of feel like this is kind of like the start of the way forward and how you're going to lead the way into 2020 and how you're going to partake in 2020. Okay, so that's Sagittarius, and then we have Capricorn. Capricorn, you literally just fell out of the deck. Three of Wands, so it's all about the prep and moving forward into 2020. What do you want to get done in 2020? How can you achieve that? It's kind of like make the plan. You know, it's not necessarily going to perhaps go that way, but have an idea. It's all about the preparation and having everything. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. It's what's been shouted at me quite loudly. So Capricorns, all of you collectively in different measures and in different ways need to start preparing for moving forward into 2020 and what you need to leave behind as well. Like prepare to let go of things. Okay, so for some of you, it's not necessarily fully preparing for what's to come. It's to prepare for what you need to let go of. All right, and now for Aquarius, sorry that was really loud. For Aquarius, you have all the tools. It's the Magician. You have everything that you need. You just need to start looking at it and using it wisely. And for some of you, it is a case of stepping outside the comfort zone and stepping outside the box and looking in on what you can achieve and what you can accomplish. With all your tools and how you can bring them forward into 2020 and how you can utilize them to their best of their abilities and the best of your abilities as well. Bit of studying coming on for 2020 as well, but not just yet. For December, it does feel like it's about really looking at your tools and utilizing them. All right. And then for Pisces, the month ahead, whoa, lots happening for Pisces this month, in a whole host of different areas. But just breathe, okay? A lot of you feel a bit overwhelmed. Okay, Page of Swords. For some of you, it might be self-sabotageal and self-destructive. So you need to kind of pull yourself back in if you feel yourself slipping down a slope of no return, perhaps for some of you. For others, it's about other people and distancing yourself from other people, whether they be family members or close friends. Perhaps they're going through their own stuff and it's really having a negative knock-on effect. And for some of you, it is a case of stepping away from people and situations that are toxic and are negative and not allowing you to fully be you, to fully embrace yourself. All right. And now we have Aries. And we have... Did I miss one there? Okay. Bit of a mixed month for Aries. For some of you, I do feel like you're going to land on the sword yourself or something or other. It's about hurting yourself for the greater good, and protecting people. And even perhaps protecting yourself from really what's at play and really what you know already. So open up your eyes. Change is coming this month for Aries. Again, in a whole host of different ways. So for some of you, it will be quite obvious how these changes are coming into effect. So obvious so that you will try and steer the car away from them. That is not the way forward. You need to kind of tackle these challenges head on, and get all the information that you need to move forward with that. I'm getting this sense of loss as well with Aries for this month. Perhaps for some of you, you're looking back at maybe different mistakes or different what if situations and scenarios and some painful stuff in the nostalgic box. Nothing can really come good of that. You can't go back in time, you can't re-say, you can't redo. Nothing can be done about that. So learn the lesson and move forward. Okay. Now for Taurus, we have for Taurus, lots of testing this month. Why are you testing yourself so much? It's like you're on this quest to be better than you were yesterday, and which is a great quest, and we all strive to be like that. But there's something very deep and, I don't know, self-critical about this. So try not to be such a hard arse on yourself, and like, just be you. Okay, don't be worrying about everybody else and what they're doing and what they've got. Like, it's, for a lot of people, it's superficial. Okay, so just focus on you and what you need to get done. All right. Lots of weeding this month. And perhaps in respect of getting rid of stuff, pulling out the weeds and really like stamping on them. And the test, perhaps for some of you, is how far you're willing to go with that. All right. And now we have Gemini. Okay, so for Gemini, get your money together, Gemini. Get balance, get control, be more proactive. There just feels like this kind of, and I know, fair enough, it's the time of the year as well, so it's kind of sound generic and could probably be for all the star signs, for every single person, stressing about the festivities and Christmas, etc., and January as well, because December's finances are generally going to be battered again come January and February time. But for Geminis, you need to get that balance and that control. You need to strike a balance now for the greater good. Do you need to buy this person that? Do you need to do that? Do you have to go there? It's all about this kind of like, just because somebody else has that or has gotten this or they're going here and they're doing that, whatever. Okay, you're you. All right. If you cannot afford it, do not put yourself in a financial situation that you cannot control. Okay, because it will have a knock-on effect for next year, Gemini. All right, pay attention, get balance over that. Now for Cancer, we have, for Cancers, okay, for Cancers, you need to get back into partnership. You need to get back in with friends or partnership with yourself for some of you. But back with your romantic self, with all of this, there needs to be a bit more involvement there, or a little bit of sprinkles of something over it. A little bit more fun is needed. Cancers, you're becoming a bit too serious, and you need to allow your emotions to flow a bit more and to have some fun, and just like innocent fun, like watch a movie together or whatever. But stay in contact as well, okay? A bit of communication is needed there with Cancers. Communicate, Cancer. Okay, so, and now we have Leo. Leo, okay, we've got the balance, we've got the control over the finances, but there still feels to be a big fat question mark beside it. For some of you, it is a case of, again, it's kind of the same as what I was saying about the Geminis. Do you need this? Do you need to sacrifice that? Do you need to do this? Etc, etc, etc. Really kind of pull that back in again. And get the balance right. Okay. But for other Leos, it is about that kind of the comfortable zone and what you're able to accomplish and what you're not able to. And be very full stop about it. Don't let people talk you around, etc, etc. All right. And then finally, oh no, we're not finally. Wow. Virgo. I don't know, I was months ahead of myself there. So Virgo. Okay, so Virgos, lots of newness coming in with a case of abundances as well. It's the Ace of Pentacles, so it's the kind of the start of something new with finances, starting something new with abundances, which does not have to be about the finances. Abundance, being abundant, can mean a whole host of different things. So for some of you, you need to kind of focus back in on what you have and not what you don't have. It's this kind of like, and then look for different ways to make a curve in for 2020 as well. This month does feel like it is the start of 2020, and yes, it is the farewell of 2019. But for a lot of Virgos, it does feel like it's this kind of like, okay, right, plan, action, proactivity, do what you can for 2019. It's the final month, but this final month is all about springboarding forward, and learning what you have done, and maybe the trips and the trials and tribulations of 2019 to not allow them to affect 2020. So plan accordingly. Okay, so we have for Libra, and we have action. Libras, we are springing forward and into action this month, and perhaps it's this kind of last minute dash to sort out 2019. For some of you, I do feel that like it's this last minute dash of like panic mode, like panic shopping. But for a lot of you, yeah, for some of you, I do feel this panic mode and this last ditch attempt to make, I don't know, to make good of 2019. But for some of you, it is about the kind of like pulling back the arrow and firing it forward for 2020 and getting all 2019 kind of neatly boxed and looking pretty, and not allowing that to hamper 2020. Okay. And now finally we have Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, what do we have? Okay, so Scorpio, we are all about moving forward and progressing. And maybe for this December coming, for this month coming, it is about the progress that has been made throughout the year to make December be okay, or it's the planning for now for 2020 that has been in fact like on your head for the whole of 2019, and now it's kind of like it's testament of what you have been prepping for now. For some of you, it's plain enough sailing. For other people, not so much, but that's just because you're trying to maybe be a circle in a box, so you need to kind of like get rid of the box. And what's this normal business that you're speaking of? You're not normal and far from it, but in your own individual way, so it's not a bad thing. So for Scorpio, it is about the progress that you have been making, and maybe writing down what you have accomplished for 2019. You know what I mean? For some of you, perhaps you've kind of fallen on hard times or bad times and feel like there is nothing. Write down a list of what you have accomplished for 2019. You've made it this far. That's a serious accomplishment. Okay, so keep that in mind. What have you accomplished? And to be quite honest, that is something that everyone should be doing, regardless of your star sign. Writing down a list of what you have to be grateful for 2019 and what you do want to accomplish for moving forward into 2020. But that is your star signs for December 2019. Collectively, bit of weeding, bit of letting go for 2019 that needs to be done, but it will be done. Don't be so hard on yourself. I hope that you can relate. You're more than welcome to leave feedback, and thank you all so much for being here. Namaste, my friends. Take it easy. Have a great month. Bye.